Hey guys, hope all is well with you and your families in the midst of, something that we've never experienced before with COVID-19. My prayer is that everybody stays safe and stays well. But I came on today because I got a question for you. Last couple of weeks, we've all been inside and maybe been able to slow down a little bit, get some rest, been able to reflect a little bit, even appreciate loved ones. And nope, things probably haven't gone perfect, but it could be worse. But I got a question for you today. And my question is, what is it that you really want? And because, we're in the midst of everything, you may have time now that you didn't have before to really be able to spend some time with you and figure out what is it that I really want. See, what happens is we get so caught up in just trying to survive and just live that we almost, we're like on automatic or like on neutral. You just do what you do. You've done that. It's a means to an end. It allows you to survive, and that's what you do. But when is the last time that you really took some time out of your schedule and said, what is it that I really want? Professionally, personally, in every area of your life, what is it that you really want? And then write it down. You don't have to share with anybody. It's just about you. Some people honestly have covered so long that they don't even know what they want anymore because they never give themselves time to think about that. But I want you today, and I challenge you today, to think about what it is that you want. Now, this is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to have an honest internal conversation with you about what it is that you want. And when you start to write it down, we start to think about it or visualize what it is that you want. You start to think about all the reasons why it's not going to happen. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You say to yourself, oh my God, I really would love to start a business. But the next conversation that happens says, you can't do that. You don't have the money to start a business. You can't afford to quit your job. You don't know what it takes, to become a business owner. You know some people that failed at that. That's what I don't want you to do. I want you to just write down first what it is that you really want. Maybe somebody else is saying, I really want to go back to school. I want to change careers completely. The next conversation that comes to your mind most of the time is why you can't. You can't afford to go back to school. You don't have time for that. Who's going to watch the kids? Your schedule's jam-packed already. So you start to think about all the reasons why that's not going to happen. I don't like the relationship that I'm in. I want to get out of it. Immediately, the mental internal conversation is, you're going to be by yourself. There's nobody else out there. Like everything becomes all the reasons why that won't happen. I only want you to write down what it is that you really want. Because number one, everything that you really want, you deserve to have it. But you got to finally make a stand for that. Now, the plan on how that's going to come into fruition is part 2. But right now, I just want you to write down what it is that you want. And don't let the internal conversation that comes up immediately start to have you undo that or not even write it down. And how overall you justify not writing it down, you start to say things like, I'm not going to write that down because that's not really realistic right now. That's when you know you went to step 2, when I only want you to do step 1, which is write down what it is that you really want. So let's start there. I'm going to come back to you guys and talk another time about how you start to put things in place for the plan, the idea, the plans on what needs to happen for you to get what it is that you want. But you first got to own that. I need you to own it. This is really what I want. And why should I have to compromise? Because there's going to be some challenges. Why should I have to compromise? Because nobody that I know has ever done it. Why should I have to compromise? Because maybe I tried it before and it didn't work. Why should you have to compromise any of that to really have what you want? And the last thing I'll share with you guys is this. If you could imagine it, got a vision for it, It's not an accident because you talk to 10 other people, and I promise you their imagination and their vision won't be yours. It's yours and yours alone for a reason. So that's what I want to leave with you guys today. Write it down. I'll come back with you another time and share with you how you begin to plan and put things in place to allow what it is that you really want to begin to come into fruition. Hopefully this helps somebody today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care and be safe.